certified, tested, and a report given to them that they all worked.
Hmm.
They want it done for free. Well, I'd like work done for free too. That's a good idea. I'm going to start adding that to everything I do. I want you to work on my car, and I expect it to be done for free. I want an X-ray. I want it for free. I mean,
Mm,
it doesn't hurt to ask, right? I mean,
no, no.
really?
I mean, or you
Yeah.
can ask, but I don't know how far you get. All right, so bad network cable, and they wanted them for free. And what was your answer?
Well, I had to call her. I said, look, no, not only free, they want it fixed for free today. So drop what you're doing, come out here, fix it for free.
Hmm.
I had to call her. I called her right away. I said, look, I'm not sure if I can have somebody come out today, but if you want us to come out, this will be billed at normal hourly rates. And she goes, well, we just think that it should work. I said, well,
Sure.
I agree. Should work. Definitely. Definitely. Um, but I said, these cables, even if the cable was never tested, this cable was run 3 or 4 years ago. I have no idea what's happened in 3 or 4 years with that cable. I don't know if a rat chewed through it.
Sure.
I don't if the I don't know if it's the notebook that you're connecting that's the problem. I don't know if it's a patch cable you plugged into the wall with. I don't know if it got unplugged from the switch in the server room because you're running low on ports. I have no idea what the problem is. But I just want to be clear. If we come out there, you will be billed. So she's texting her boss, who told her she would be done for free. And they say, well, let me just check and make sure it's plugged in, and we'll call you back if we need you.
But you never got a call back.
I didn't get a call back. But it's surprising how often when you're doing work, and I guess it's the same way for home users, but business users, they want things done cheap or for free. And when that happens, you can't be afraid to tell them. Now, it's different. Let's just say I ran a cable the day before and today it's not working.
Right. That's why I had asked if you had dealt with that
Yeah.
customer recently.
But see, I wouldn't leave because we have cable testers. In this specific instance, we have cable. In any job I do, it doesn't matter if it's installing a new printer. I'm gonna have them test it. If I ran a cable, I'm gonna test it. I can produce a report that said it works. Now, if they call me the next day and said it's not working, if I go out there and see it's anything other than a bad cable, that's my fault. Let's say the patch cable they decide to use is bad, they'll get billed because it's not related to mine. It's a different issue.
Right.
The cable works fine. If I install a printer, I have the user print verify that it works. Print to the printer. Is it working? Yeah. The next day, if it's not printing, they're going to get billed. Something changed. Something happened. Because if I don't leave without having the user verify it works.
There you go.
So you can't be letting customers push you around. It's not saying you shouldn't provide good service. Stand behind your work, but don't let them take advantage of that and expect you to do things free forever because you did something once a while back.
Exactly. Because then today it'll be a cable, tomorrow it'll be moved 3 PCs, and next week it'll be they're just gonna walk over you.
Yeah. I mean that's just I had another client call today saying that they want to know why this wasn't done and was supposed to be done. It was an update to like 30 computers.
Mm-hmm.
And we wrote a script that they were supposed to reboot their computers that day to get this script run. And out of 30 computers, one of them didn't get the update applied.
Okay.
And this was like a week and a half ago. They're just not calling today. And I said, did you reboot the computer as y'all were instructed? Yes. I said, what time did you reboot it? Well, I don't know. I said, who rebooted it? Well, I don't know. I said, so you tell me you can't verify the computer's rebooted? Well, no, but I'm sure it was. Okay. You sure? The script runs at reboot. So if all the other ones were run and they all worked correctly and this one didn't work, I'm going to just go off on a limb here and say that it wasn't rebooted.
Mm-hmm.
I said, whose computer is that? Well, no one really uses it. We use it once in a while. Okay.
Great.
It sounds to me like it wasn't rebooted. I said, don't we look in the logs? I can tell you right away if it's rebooted if I look in the logs. No, that's okay. We just did it manually. Okay. You don't even want me to check. Because I said, if it didn't work, we need to address that because this company updates patches, releases updates often. And if it didn't work on this computer and I do a script next time, I want to make sure it's going to work. So let me look in there and see why it didn't work. Because if it rebooted, something else is going on. Oh, no, that's okay. We'll just watch it next time. What do you think that is? That's an admission that she's not
Right.
absolutely sure she rebooted it. So yeah, I loved it. Um, we have time for one quick thing, right?
Go ahead.
A lot of stuff going on tonight. A lot of stuff. This is one thing. I don't know how many people are doing this, but I know we talked about service agreements and pricing, like flat rate, all inclusive, one flat price to support a company. And I know I talked about it before. There's a formula. How many computers do you have? Price per computer, price per server, price per printer because printers need administration, price per router because routers need administration. But one thing you might want to consider if you're doing this kind of price is, yeah, you're covering printers, workstations, servers, routers, but what are you not covering?
Well, we run into this problem before. Uh, you got smart devices, right? Phones, tablets. Oh my.
You're not covering these users.
Mhm.
These users have multiple devices. So if you're committing to 30 computers, let's just say the company might have 50 users and some of the users share computers. So if you say, I'm going to support 30 computers, I think you're cutting yourself a little bit short. I think, in my opinion, I think the next time I have to quote, because the ones we've quoted are just that per computer. We added how many computers, how many servers, routers, printers, and then we give them a price. But I think I would rather knock off a little bit per computer. Let's just say we're doing 25 a computer a month, or 50 a computer per month. Maybe knock off $10 a month per computer, but add 30 a month per user or something. I had to run the numbers. You got to run the numbers and see what it comes out to. Add a per user charge, because these company, you might have one guy, he works on one computer, yeah, but the night shift has another user. He's got issues. They each have phones and pads and everything else, so they're all calling you for support on those, and those weren't included in our original agreement.
I'm not sure. And I was going to bring up that point that I've been in places where 5 people use one PC. Like they're not there full time, but they are there for an hour a day or whatever the case may be.
Right. It's like licensing, like terminal server licensing, per user, per device. You might go with per device because it's cheaper, or you might go with per device because it's cheaper. If you've got more devices, if you've got 50 devices and only 10 users, you're going to go with per user because it's cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
If you've got 10 devices but 3 shifts, 30 users, you're going to go per device. So it's the same thing I think you need to take into consideration. Now, if you're charging enough per computer and you're happy with what you're getting based on just the computers, printers, servers, workstation, whatever, just be aware that you're going to have some added time because they're going to want to they get a new phone. Oh, help me configure my phone. Oh, I see mail on my phone, but not my computer. Can you look at it? Whatever the issue is, they like to get, it seems these users get phones every 3 weeks. They want you to reconfigure it. Or they had to wipe it. Now they need help setting it up again. So just be aware. You might want to take into account the users.
No, I agree, and I apologize for my dogs there, but especially these smart devices, because not only the email, they want to print from their devices, or they installed Dropbox on their PC, and they don't know why it's not working on their smart devices. I mean, we all face it in our environments with these smartphones and these tablets. It opens up a whole new realm of support issues, and that's just true.
Right. Or have something in writing that these smart devices, these BYOD devices, are not covered. Something, because we have some companies. I'm happy with what we're getting, but we're spending more time than we thought we would. And a lot of it is all these devices that they have. So just be aware of those. Don't price it low hoping to get the job, and then you get the job, and then you're overwhelmed with work, and they're taking up all your time. I mean, price it accordingly.
Nope, I definitely agree. Definitely agree.
Now, if everybody had iPhones and iPads, it wouldn't be a big deal.
It'd be a perfect place, and there'd be no need for his podcast. None whatsoever.
But there's a range of devices, and there's always new devices coming out. There's always different interfaces. I've got customers with, hey, can you help me set up this? I never even heard of the device. I tell them, yes, I'll help you. Here's the domain name.
Yeah.
Here's the mail server name. Whatever order it asks you, key it in.
Mm-hmm.
Did I tell you the time I emailed that stuff to the client, and the client said, what am I supposed to do with this?
No.
I started emailing when the customer, the point of contact says, hey, call this person and walk him through setting up this unknown device. I say, look, send them this. It's going to ask for a server name. Here's a server name. It's going to ask for this, this, and this, and this. Here it is. Or if I can do it, like I found a YouTube video that said how to walk up. It did a video on how to set up an Exchange account on the same device they had.
Okay.
I said, here's the video. Here's the information, mail server, username, your password, this. I said, here's what you need. She goes, what am I supposed to do with this? I said, well, watch it and key in the appropriate information.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this explains it better than me. He can see it. But they don't. They want me to walk them through it.
Yep. You know, we all learned that even with all the greatest documentation or resources, they just want you to do it. So.
I said, well, I can watch the video with him and then talking to him while he's watching the video. Not a fan.
I'll charge you.
Yeah. I mean, well, it's all included. That's the thing.
Know.
Included. So, I mean, I don't mind at all if I'm billing them separately. I'll watch the video and walk them through it. But when it's already paid for and it's not really covered because we're not covering smartphones. We told them we're covering the network, and that's not really. It's an extension of the network because they want to check email. But when there's 75 users, there's 100 extra devices that weren't accounted for. It adds up because it's a larger company.
It does.
I mean, they actually probably have almost 100 users. So each one has a phone. Some of them have a phone and some tablet of some kind. So that could be 125 devices extra that weren't accounted for.
And then, like on top of that, especially with Android or even with the iPhone, depending on what version of the iOS you're running on iPhone or what flavor of Android that you have, it's just gonna behave differently. And we all have seen it. But what Matt Rainey is saying, make sure that your support agreement, and CYA cover your ass so you're not losing money out of pocket trying to set up these extra devices. So
that's right.
All right, Matt, is there anyone you want to say hi to or any final words for this show? This episode, not the whole entire podcast. Podnutz, bro. Just this episode.
If you listen to it before Memorial Day, have a good Memorial Day. If you have any questions, show topics, email me, matt@podnutz.com.
There you go. You can email me at lalo@podnutz.com. Also, check out betterpctech.com and also learn to use mypc.com. Gotten some questions about the affiliate program, and if you're interested, just email me at lalo@learntoUseMyPC.com. Matt Rainey and I are going on vacation, not together, but at separate times. So next month it'd be kind of the schedule's not concrete yet, but just pay attention to the Twitter page and we'll let you know. So
yeah, and that won't be till the end of June, so we're still good for the next few weeks for sure.
Yes, sir. So again, thank you for everyone who partook. Is that even a word? Partaken. If you were in the chat room, thank you very much. If you're downloading this and listening to it, thank you. So we'll see you next week.